Welcome to the show tonight. Hell yeah. Tonight, the special night, Thursday night, we're having my friends, a ZombieKing is in the house for, I think maybe the third time, could be the fourth time, but definitely an easy third. Definitely Tony Gomez show alumni, favorite friends of mine, man, always putting on a great show. To the right, that's Mr. Eddie Salinas right there on guitar. Down below, we got Andrew Garza, bass, killing it, man. We'll see if the other guys have a chance to join us tonight, but we're brought together. We want to talk about the Reveling, the new album that's coming out. You had that video drop last week with The Crowd That Kills, and we got a big album release show coming up tomorrow. So yes, great things are happening in the camp. A lot of excitement. I'm seeing a lot of cool videos of you guys getting rehearsals down, and it just looks like you guys are having a good time. I can't wait to see you guys have it. Lay that out for us tomorrow night at the House of Rock.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about tomorrow night's show, Drew?
Hey, we're excited. Really excited. We've been waiting for this one, new music, new everything. It's going to be a good one for sure. Can't wait to play.
I like that y'all posted the set list maybe last night or the night before. That's a big fat set list, dude. Fucking huge. So I was just telling Eddie right before we started, you heard me. We said like maybe 45 minutes or longer. Yeah. Hell yeah. Sure. Big time headline status, big set like that. I love it. It's going to be great, man. Hell yeah. Because a 30-minute set, once we really are fucking loving every moment of it, damn, the show's over. Time for, the next band or the end of the show. So 45 minutes, I'm loving it. That's going to be a great set tomorrow. And Ed, how you getting yourself, the solos that you put down on this new one are shredding, especially when it comes to like a Paralyzed. We'd heard that one a little bit before, but the Reveling, man, you got a kick-ass solo on the Reveling that really shines. And I can't wait to see that one go down live. It's going to be cool.
That's my favorite solo out of the whole record.
Thank you, bros. Thank you. Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun putting them together, dude. It's I heard from a lot of people that were like, man, there's something about your leads on this record, right? And I'm like, kind of half offended because I'm like, well, what about the last solos? Those are good too, but like, people are they're really taking a liking to these new ones, man, and I'm excited to play it too. There's a couple I'm worried about because there's a couple new songs we haven't been able to rehearse as much. So I'm like, fuck, I hope I remember this shit. Some of them I haven't played since we recorded. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man.
Y'all, you're gonna nail it, man. You're gonna nail it. You're gonna get in the moment and just let your fingers gonna do the walking.
I hope so. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for the guys to join us, did y'all, when it came to writing this record, did y'all collaborate a lot, or did you already bring a lot of ideas to the table, Eddie? And did Robert also, kind of help put some input in on this project?
For sure, man. Most of it is birthed in the jam room. So it's all of us, and it's all of us in there. Crowd That Kills, for example, Adon, which is playing the drum groove, like the the kick drum shit. And I was like, man, that's cool, dude. And it's personally, I try to stay away from like the open chuggy thing because I'm like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But I like to let me do something a little more interesting or some shit. But we've never done a riff quite like that before. And I was like, man, this is the perfect opportunity to just do our spin on it. And Adon brought in that drum groove, and then the song just practically wrote itself after that. But for sure, man, we get in a lot of demoing. I do a lot of demoing here at the house. We'll get a rough idea, a little skeleton in the jam room. Some of the songs happen that way, and some of the other songs are I just woke up from a fucking sleep paralysis session or some shit. And I'm like, bro, I gotta track something real quick. And that's how it happens, man. And then Robert, you asked about Robert. He's a very important piece of the puzzle. When something sucks, he lets you know it fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Not to put it too harsh, but like, when something's like, hey, it could be better, or, I think it's a little too much of this, too much of that. Working with Rob, dude, has really sharpened my songwriting fucking skill set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I'm writing, when I'm demoing, I can hear Rob in the back of my head. I'm almost like fucking trimming fat in real time because I'm like, this ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? So it really helps with the writing process, man. And then a lot of those ideas that I come up with, I send the demos to the guys, man, to Andrew and Alan, the rhythm section, and I'll have a good idea of like, hey man, this is kind of what I'm hearing or whatever. We get in the jam room and these guys just vibe it out with me, and we just knock it out.
It just kind of almost starts
natural,
takes a life of its own, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hell yeah. I think we got a visitor. Let's see who we got here today. All right, yes, Juan is in the house. Bam.
Hey,
Juan, I'm glad you made it, bro. How you doing, man?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Turn your phone, bro. Put your phone horizontal.
We're just waiting for Adon, man. So
gotcha.
God willing, I know he's working tonight, so maybe he'll make some time, and we'll have him in the mix too. Man, glad you could join us.
There you go. Now we can see
That's
you.
even better. That's even better. I can see you better.
Oof.
Thank you, bro. All right. Well, we got a nice crowd over here. People watching from Facebook and YouTube.
Oh,
Just
hey.
kind of getting us started.
Nice.
We're talking about how in this new album, how the writing process worked, and him getting some ideas, recording them at the house, bringing them to the table. You guys kind of just working them out, chip chopping away, and he already talked about Robert kind of being that voice in the back of his, as the riffs are getting written, you're kind of trimming that fat, going through it, knowing what Robert's gonna say, and kind of trying to live up to that expectation, man, because Rob's got a great ear, and he's
for sure.
He brings that knowledge of experience and all that know-how to the table. So it's great to hear when we throw out something and you get an honest opinion, whether it kicks ass or whether it sucks. And he brings it to you just like you need to hear it. And he just got a great approach, man. Like, it's your bro. And it just, I know the chemistry just works out really good for you guys. I know you guys have worked together for a while now. And that is just what's building such a great project and a great band here, because you just are all invested in making this motherfucker kick ass. It's a rock and roll fucking killing machine.
Yes, sir.
For sure, man.
I think, Juan, on this album, you're at your best, man. You're sounding so great on this one. The last one we got before this was, I think it was Exposed. And then next thing you know, we're getting pieces. Then we get Paralyzed, But, man, through and through, like on the Reveling, on tracks like Fame that we hadn't heard before, man, killer vocals. Very proud and very
thank you.
Just very impressed, man, on how you're able to hold those great notes and have the power behind it, man. And everything's so clear, but done with fucking aggression and so sincere. The sincerity, and man, as another vocalist, just want to give you huge props for putting out such a great
thank you, brother.
album.
Thank you.
The one and only.
So
man,
let me get into some of this, man. And I know I'm kind of doing a lot of the talking here, but now I'm going to jump to some more questions right here for you guys. And, Juan, let me hit this one at you. Where did you get your inspiration, to write some of these lyrics for instance, like The Crowd That Kills and Fame, Till I'm Buried?
Well, man, this is a tough one. So a lot of the record was, we had this idea early on. This was a few years back, right after Exposed dropped. We wanted to start being more consistent with rolling out music, right?
Yeah.
And Paralyzed is what we came up with. At that point, I was going through a lot personally, like my own relationship and the things that I was going through. A lot of that is what became what the final product is now on Paralyzed, lyrically, and I had told the guys, like, I had never really been able to put myself into a song up to that point, and that one was one that I was just able to get a lot out, whatever I needed to. I was able to vent, and after we dropped it, the plan was to roll out with a few more singles, right? To follow up with a single or two. And during the rollout for Paralyzed, something sparked in us, and we just had this idea of, like, what if we hold off on what we have and we turn this into something bigger than what we imagined, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much gave birth to what Reveling is now. I had this idea, and it fit with what Paralyzed was, I left it pretty open-ended for the listener to decide like what they feel that the song is, right? And from there, I saw bits and pieces of a concept record, right? Which then turned into Reveling. We already had some ideas ready to go for the self-titled track, the Reveling track. I think we had pretty much just like a chorus, if not maybe pre-chorus. There was like just a little bit of that song that we had ready, and we hadn't finished demoing, right? But so we kind of stopped where we were at, and we started to rethink, like, well, if this Paralyzed track is part like a puzzle to a piece to a bigger puzzle, right? Where can we go from here, right?
Yeah.
And it turned into conceptually, it became this. A lot of what we see today in cancel culture and what we see happening to celebrities, and you can pick your favorite or your most hated, whether it's Kanye or it's an athlete or what have you, right? Or a politician,
right?
Pretty much like viewing the rise and fall of, say, a celebrity status, right? And we wanted to somehow turn that into what this became, right? So getting back to your question about crowd and fame, the music was recorded
all right
a while back. These guys had their job was done. I didn't have anything ready to go for those tracks. And I don't know how far we want to pull the curtain back, but I will say that lyrically, those songs were not ready to go when it was my time to hit the studio. A lot of it was off the cuff and pretty much, under pressure.
Yeah.
What if, like, if you were held at gunpoint, how would you tell this? How would you tell this story? You know how Rob is, man, and he was like, "This is day of. It's got to come out of you, man, and we're gonna make it happen."
Yes.
And I think we got the job done. And that's the story that I wanted to tell. I wanted to take the listener on a journey and show them, like, this would be how we view, the rise and fall of somebody.
Yeah.
Whether like they accepted this like deal or what have you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's pretty much where those lyrics come from on a lot of these tracks. And you can I think if you listen to the track, to the record front to back, you'll piece it together.
Yeah. Now that you put it like that, I do piece it together. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Okay, killer. Look, I tell you what, let's say hi to, we got some friends jumping in the chat room. We got our man, Robert Beltran. Hell yeah. He's like, my dude's in the house. You better believe it. Hell yeah. Christina, Reina, thanks for coming in. Hell yeah. Jesse Ochoa. Thank you, brother. Hell yeah. Thanks for coming in tonight. Belinda Rojas. Hell yeah. Jonathan Castle. What's happening, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. If you got any questions for the guys, please just join in. All right. If any questions about the music, the show coming up tomorrow, please just join in. Anything you got to say, just jump in. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, to the viewers, although everyone in the chat, share this stream right now and show Tony some goddamn respect, okay? Get this shit.
That's a great idea. Share this stream.
Right.
Exactly.
Share the stream. If you're in the chat right now, share that shit.
Hell yeah. Much love for that. Thank you, guys. So, there's a lot of great drumming on this album, too. And so I was hoping, Don was going to be jumping on here. So when he comes on, I'm going to ask him a question when it comes to the drumming on this one. But
get him.
What I also want to hit on is, Andrew, you always fucking look like you're having a blast when you're playing live. It really comes so easy to you. You're always got a big smile. You're fucking always, you got a great groove to what you're doing up here. What's your favorite song to play when you're up on stage?
That's a hard one. I mean, we got these new ones coming out.
Yeah.
I say Exposed, man, because that one just grooves too hard and it's our closer.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's just a badass song, bro. Like it just the bass on that one is real good, and I like
these guys lock in tight, man. It's beautiful.
It's a really good song to play live.
That's a great closer right there.
Oh, yeah,
I
Exposed
closed with
is
that
my
one the
favorite
last
one
time
to
I
play
saw
live.
y'all. I think it was the Rockin' to Inclusion, man. That was a great show. Good
That was
night
awesome.
that night
Yeah,
was.
man. Shout out Joaquin.
Yeah, shout out Joaquin and Rockin' to Inclusion. He's doing a lot of great things out of Corpus, out of Austin. Big props to all the bands that helped us out that night. Fallen Fears, Haunt the Sleep, my friends at Fistful of Metal. Of course, everybody in ZombieKing. Great show that night. And so get ready to support. He's got another one coming up. My guys in Mighty Unclean, the AC/DC tribute, are playing July 31st with our friends in XS. And of course, XS, they got a good thing going on as well. Shout out to Rocco and all the guys, Seth and Tony. Man, they got a good thing going on. And also the guys at Rascat. So, speaking of that, we got a great fucking scene that's coming up here. We got whether you wanted fucking heavy as far as like deathcore, we got bands like Womb Rot. When we got some great metal, we got bands like you guys, Haunt the Sleep. When we want to do something different, there's bands like Dream Stereo, Identity Crisis. There's and of course Seattle Rising. They're going to be playing all originals tomorrow night, and I think that's awesome, man, because they're a great fucking cover band as far as all the jams that they do for the '90s. Man, they're killers. So I'm anxious to hear them do that set with you guys tomorrow. And that's another band that's Robert had the pleasure of working with. So, Robert's been working with a lot of bands. He helps me and my band War Cult when we're recording, and I can't say enough great things about him because he's just such a great guy to be able to work with. So big props, Robert. Thank you to everything you do over there, Precision Studios. Keep up the great work. And you guys want to record? You want to get some great stuff done? Hit up Robert, Precision Studios. Look him up on his page. Easy as that. Easy as that. So let's go to another question. Juan, right now, like I said earlier, man, you sound better than ever on this recording, bro. You sound really great. Was there a song that was maybe tricky to record? And besides that, was there one that was just like a first take for you?
I would say if we're talking like easier or more like on first take, I would say Crowd That Kills. We kind of already knew what the meat and bones of that song was going to be. We had the skeleton ready, and I had patterns, a lot of that figured out, and I just had to just attack it,
Yeah.
So that one was there were some tracks there that were somewhat first take, kind of polish a little bit here and there, but yeah, as far as the tough one,
was there anything that was a bitch that kind of hit some notes or anything for you?
Fame was tough because of there was a few rewrites in that one, and I didn't know. Okay. Even with the music, how it is now. This the album version. What we had in studio, we didn't know where we were taking it from that quiet bridge into something bigger than what the song was, like in our minds, we were possibly going to do even more vocals coming out of the song.
All right. Yeah.
So there was so I was like mentally preparing like, this is going to make my job even harder. Cause okay, now we're bringing the music down and I'm, actually, singing more cleanly in the bridge and then kind of the outro of the song. Yeah. And then we were thinking, in our minds, we were like, okay, now we gotta, how do we bring me back? And how do we, make the song even more epic? Yes. We didn't end up doing that. We had, we went this other direction, which I think it's way more fitting for the record too.
Excellent.
And it's beautiful. These guys, like the outro that they have, it hooks you in and it just keeps you there. And that's the end of the song. Whereas like there's so many sections of that song where you're like, yes, that's the part. Or that's right. That's the hook. And then it's like, nope, we got this for you. So that was a tricky song, man. But once I got into a little groove, then we were able to hone in and like, really get it down and attack it.
Tight. And when it comes to that video, who shot that video for y'all?
Are we talking Crowd or?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Crowd
so
That Kills
yeah,
video.
yeah. So it's pretty much done in house, man.
Epps and Eddie.
Y'all did it in house?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Hell
much.
yeah. Shit.
Yeah,
That's
man.
great.
Shout out to our camera team, bro. Shout out to Isaiah, Ezekiel Epps, and shout out to Jesse Christ. Those are my partners in crime when it comes to the visuals, man. The last several videos we've done, that's all us, bro.
That is so cool, man. Yeah, man. That's done very well. Very high quality, man. It looks great. You guys are looking good in that, jamming, having a good time doing it. I dig it, man. Going from room to room. That was tight. That was tight. Good idea. I liked it a lot. So looks like you've been getting a lot of views on that and some great response. A lot of love coming back on that track.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We're about to hit 20K, I think, if not already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We're
hell
close.
yes.
Just the
So
weekend.
much love. Hell yeah. That's the way it ought to be, man. You know, I don't know if Adon's going to be able to make it. You know, I do want to give a shout out. Jesse, he's hyped up about the show tomorrow. He said he's gonna hit me up in the mosh pit. I don't know if I'm coming out of mosh pit retirement, Jesse, but either way, I'll be right around the pit, okay? So, but I want to see you there tomorrow, all right? Say what's up. Next, you know, this one's for Eddie. Eddie, you know, I mentioned earlier, you've got some fucking outstanding fucking guitar solos on this album. And for instance, on Paralyzed, but especially on the Reveling, man. You know, I've been able to enjoy Paralyzed for a little while because that single came out a little bit before the EP. But that's why I think the Reveling really stands out in my ears. So how do you prepare and how do you warm up backstage before you perform? Because, you know, this is going to be, you know, the first time maybe doing, is this going to be the first time playing Reveling live?
We've played it a couple of times. We played it a couple of times. We kind of just snuck it in the set. We didn't really make it a big deal because we wanted to wait for the record to drop for people to actually learn the song and be able to like recognize it. So now it's like, you know, now it's going to have a different energy because motherfuckers have heard it. You know, if you're at our show, you've probably heard the song. So, yeah, I'm excited to play that one. How I prepare backstage,
backstage, like getting ready for the gig.
Yeah, I have a little bit of drink, sometimes little ancestors. And then a full-blown panic attack, and then good to go.
They said a full-blown panic attack. You know, do you get on the axe at all? Do you do any, you know, sweeps or any kind of warm-ups? Yeah,
I'll just be moving my fingers aimlessly. I'm not even really playing anything. It's just part of the panic attack that I'm talking about. Just fucking like anxious as shit. Just like, we go on, dude, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to think too much about it because if I'm on stage thinking like, fuck, what's the next note or what's the next, I won't fuck it up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Everything happens too fast in metal, man. You know, your fingers, it's like the drum. Every component that we're doing is happening. You're already ahead of it. You're in muscle memory, and it's if you think about it, that's when you fuck up. You
try to hit the flow state, man. Try to hit that flow state.
Oh yes, definitely. Well, I think one of my favorite jams is on the set list for tomorrow, Texas Sky. I can't wait to hear that one. That's a fucking jam right there, dude. Yes.
Thank you. We haven't played that one in a while.
Huh?
No, I said we haven't played that one in a while.
Right. Yes,
Long
man.
time.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a great set tomorrow. Some big ones on there. Any song on there that you hadn't played? What's the song that you haven't played in the longest? That's on there.
What do y'all think? Is it in your honor?
An honor or something?
Honor.
Oh shit! Okay.
Out of the older stuff.
Bringing the old school, yeah.
Yeah, man. Fun fact about the song "In Your Honor," we tracked it years ago when we released our debut EP with Robert called "Dead to Life." That was like the 5th or 6th track. I don't know how many tracks are on there. It was supposed to be the last track, and we decided not to put it on the record for whatever reason. We just felt like it was good, but it just didn't vibe with the other songs because the other songs at that time, they were a brand new batch of songs. Like we showed up to the studio. It was our first time meeting Rob. We had a batch of songs we had been working hard on, and Rob was like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing any of these songs." Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, he was like, "They're cool or whatever," but he could tell like these are older songs that you guys have had. They sound a little dated or whatever. We're doing all new, fresh shit, and that's what we did, man. So. I know we're talking about the new record, The Reveling, but to give a little bit of background with Dead to Life, we wrote and recorded that bitch in fucking 7 days in a week.
Oh, dude,
So
that's a killer one too. Dead to Life, shit.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we were writing as we were recording type shit. We were like recording and writing, like, but it was crazy, dude. But
Wow.
yeah, so In Your Honor is supposed to be on that. And we just kind of kept it in our back pocket, like, oh, maybe we'll fucking release it one day type shit. But we like to play it live because it's real straightforward, dude. It's like it has arrangement, but it's not like a traditional arrangement. It's kind of like thrashy, kind of. I mean, it's a song I wrote when I was fucking 19, bro. Like, you know, it's got that angst. It's got that youth fucking. It's yeah, man. It's just got a vibe. It's real straightforward. It has an arrangement, but kind of not really. But it kind of does. You know what I mean? But the most important part of that, it just fucking rocks. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And that's what I love. Your previous stuff, your other couple of EPs before, man, dude, they're hard. Everything's on there. You can tell, you know, maybe it's because like Robert said, you know what? No, we're going to keep that off. Everything that's on there, everything you've put out has been quality, high quality stuff. And it sounds great when you bang it out live with the new material. So, you know, speaking of, you know, banging things out live, let's talk about the show tomorrow.
Yes.
So, you know, getting the bands together, big shout out to our bros in Kerosene Shores, you know, Eric and John, the rest of the band, great guys, killer fucking band out of Houston right there. So, you know, it's great to have a badass band like that coming on before you because they're going to be telling that, said that mood, getting that hype up, you know, as the show goes on. I know we're going to have some great bands up there, but, you know, Kerosene Shores is a great headliner. And having them on the bill is you know, just almost like a double barrel shotgun, you know, between you guys coming hitting hard, and especially with them coming from out of town, we don't see them very often. But luckily, we've got John in the band now playing drums, so maybe we'll continue to see a little bit more, and that's always great. And how about Seattle Rising? You know, which one of you guys hit up those guys to join the gig?
I believe that was Robert's doing. I think Robert and Juan. I think Robert and Juan were big advocates for Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah. It was. It just the timing was perfect because Rob had finished up doing some things with them, and they had recorded a video and some new songs, right? So it was just like kind of already. They were already kind of on his mind, and I had run into some of the guys too, you know, downtown. So it just it all came together like.
Oh, hell yes. Looking forward to seeing those guys tomorrow. That's going to be great. And then we got a couple of other local bands, you know, local favorites as well. Our friends in Censored, our other friends in Empire of Ashes. Both those bands have been grinding a lot, man. They've been playing, you know, as much as possible, it seems like. I know I've had my friends from, you know, Nat and Leroy, also Marty on bass, man, recently acquired on bass, you know, they've been grinding, taking as many gigs as possible. They've done some gigs with me and my band War Cult. And Nat just really, really progressed as a vocalist. And I like the way she puts on her makeup when she jams. I love makeup, you know, whether it's fucking Kiss or King Diamond, you know, when they bring that to the table and it's done well, man, I think it adds to the show. And she really does that very well. So big props to my friends in Censored. And of course, my guys in Empire of Ashes, you know, who've been on the show previously. But I've had the pleasure of jamming with John Mace in my band, Headbangers Pit, probably for about 5 years. And when we had Adon, you know, ZombieKing's Adon on the kit, great times, man. You know, anytime you can have Adon kicking ass, doing some fucking Chimera and Metallica on drums, you know, is wow. It was a great time. It was a great run. So big props out to you know, our friends at Empire of Ashes being on that show. I think it's going to be a hell of a gig tomorrow, man. It's going to be something to remember, a big one.
For sure.
So I looks like we got some other friends over here. I want to say hi to Robin Graves. How you doing, big dog?
Yo.
And let's see, we also got Sierra Felon.
Sierra?
Yes, Sierra in the house. Texas guy's my favorite, says Christina.
Yes.
And Jesse, hell yeah, Jesse loves. Let me backtrack that right there. The attacks, Eddie's attacks on the riffs. Jesse, we better see you out there tomorrow night. All right, we're gonna be seeing you in the show as well as in the pit. So I tell you what, really excited about the show tomorrow. Before we wrap things up for us tonight, guys, I want to do a little bit of our what I like to call draw the line. So let's talk a little bit about some of our favorite musicians and favorite bands before we wrap things up tonight. Is that cool?
All right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Okay, kick ass. Here we go. First one. Let's start off with we'll start with you, Eddie. Volbeat versus Disturbed. Who are you going to go see?
Disturbed.
Disturbed in the house. All right, all right. How about you, Andrew?
Disturbed for sure.
Yeah,
I seen Volbeat before.
And
I seen Volbeat before, but Disturbed takes it all day. I swear.
Let me say something real quick. We often get compared to Disturbed, which blows our minds because I think all of us collectively respect Disturbed, but I don't think any of us really listen to Disturbed like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Volbeat, I have respect for all bands, right? So I don't want to down nobody or whatever. But Volbeat, the singing never really quite did it for me. So if I have to choose between the two, I say Disturbed. I just want to put that on record. Like people always like, oh, this new song is kind of like a Disturbed vibe. Disturbed. We're just like, what the fuck of all bands? Like, and that's not knocking Disturbed. Huge, fucking, massively successful band, right?
Huge, yes.
But I don't think any of us really jam Disturbed like that to even take in any influence, I guess.
Yeah,
but hey, I'm not mad at the comparison though, because like I said, massive artist, and yeah, man. So I just had to put that on record.
Yeah, cool. Hell yeah. So what do you think, Juan? Are we talking Disturbed or Volbeat?
Man, I'm sorry, but yeah, Disturbed. Man, Volbeat's like they're good, man. They're solid. I do love their sound, but only for a couple of songs, and then I got to change it. You know what I mean?
I think Adon would have said Volbeat.
Oh man. Okay, so I will go on the record and say that Disturbed has one of my favorite records.
I love Disturbed though.
Oh, man, I want to say it's Indestructible.
It
had The Night. It had Indestructible, Perfect Insanity. I think it was the one that was also like up for a Grammy award. They didn't win it that year. I think Mastodon took it. But
all right.
The entire the vibe of that entire record, it was just like dark and melody everywhere. I was like, wow, dude, I didn't know they had that in them, you know?
Right.
But so I would have to go with them. Yeah.
Good choices,
For
guy.
sure.
Good choices. I like that. I like the story behind that too, and the little bit of comparison when it comes to music styles like that. But I mean, if you could compare to anybody, that's a great comparison, man. Because those guys, those are big dogs. And what I really am, I've seen Disturbed a couple of times, and they always have great quality, just like the CD performing live, man. And there ain't no backtracks.
Fire and all that shit. Yeah, man.
Great fucking band, big time band.
Hurts my ears though when he sings. I'm like, fuck.
Okay, let's hit this one. How about we're gonna talk about the Sabbath era, and we'll go with you, Eddie, first. Are you more Ozzy Osbourne era or Ronnie James Dio?
For sure, Ozzy, just because that's it's Ozzy. But I love the Dio shit too. Love the Dio shit, and Heaven and Hell too. Like, I hate that you make me choose. I hate that you make me make these fucking decisions, Tony. But I gotta make a choice, and I gotta go with Ozzy, dog.
Ozzy, it is. Andrew, what do you think?
You're gonna have to go with Eddie on this one. Ozzy for sure, all day.
What's your favorite Ozzy track, Andrew?
Has to be like some Randy Rhoads shit, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe like Kill Rock and Roll or something like that.
Oh, dude, you're the man. That's my jam right there too. You can't kill rock and roll. The lyrics, the jam. Oh man, Randy at his best right there.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
So beautiful. Yeah. Drew, you nailed it. Hell yes. Okay, Juan, what do you think? What Sabbath era is your favorite?
Yeah, I think it's unanimous. Ozzy. If we're talking vocalists, Dio, like 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? But the question was like Sabbath era, frontman or whatever. So it's I got to go with Ozzy, man.
I love it, man. I love them both, but I love the Ozzy, man. I'm an Ozzy guy too.
Yeah.
But my favorite stuff from Dio was what he did on his own. All the solo stuff is amazing. I love the first 2 albums are super big classics. You know, they're a couple of the best albums to ever been put out there. So big props to both of those guys. I love them all. So let's hit the next one. How about we'll go a little edgier on this one. Eddie, what do you think about who do you favor between Machine Head versus Megadeth?
Megadeth.
Megadeth,
sure.
All right. And Drew.
That's a hard one. I love Machine Head, but I love
Machine
Megadeth.
Head, all right. Fuck yeah.
I love both, man.
Burn
It's
My
hard to
Eyes.
pick
Like,
between.
when I got a hold of that one and I heard it for the first time, and it was funny because it was someone that I didn't expect to turn me on to that Machine Head as well as Korn. I was going to Del Mar and I was in the percussion ensemble, and one of the guys that played trumpet, he would always see me wearing metal shirts, and so he said, hey, you ever heard these guys Machine Head? I was like, nah, really? And he acted surprised, like, you seem like you would know these bands, and I did. And when he turned me on to both of them, the first Korn and the first Machine Head, I was like, what the fuck? Where have I been? But that was just fucking amazing. So, you know, awesome albums, but especially Machine Head got a special place in my heart. But I was able to see Megadeth here on the Peace Sales, But Who's Buying tour, and got to meet Dave Mustaine. Cool guy, fucking great time. And just to be able to, you know, I didn't see him. Of course, he never did anything with Metallica down here, but that was probably the earliest time I got to see him. And, you know, it's nice to meet somebody huge like that and them not be an asshole. So, you know, Dave, thank you for being cool whenever you met me back in the day. Juan, what do you think? Megadeth versus Machine Head?
I gotta go Megadeth, man. That was just and early on, like when I was a little young, and you know, that was one of those bands that just caught my attention. Like, like, you know, like when the seeds were being planted that I wanted to be in a band, it kind of turned my head and like, holy shit, that's a badass motherfucker right there. Like I think I want to do that. Like that's cool. Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
I like that. Hell yeah, Megadeth it is. Okay, let's move to the next one. All right, how about Eddie Seven Dust versus Mudvayne?
Damn.
Which one's Juan's favorite? I think Juan. I feel like let me do a little prediction. Let me see if I fucking change it up a little bit. I think Andrew's gonna say Mudvayne, and I think Juan's gonna say Seven Dust.
Okay, all right.
I'm doing some That's So Raven shit right now. As for me,
Andrew, what do you think, Mudvayne or Seven Dust?
I would probably say Mudvayne because I'm more familiar with Mudvayne. But that's my pick, and let's see if I get. Hey, if I got the picks right, y'all owe me $5.
That's a bonus. Okay, Drew, you go first. Who would you go with?
Mudvayne. Eddie's
you owe me $5, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows your flavor. How about you, Juan?
So last year, I went to the Woodlands and caught Mudvayne live.
Awesome! Fuck yeah!
Oh man, was it Cold Chamber and?
Ooh, that was that tour. Fuck yeah.
I think Nonpoint.
Fuck yeah.
Man, it was a fucking blast. It was a blast. As soon as they walked on the stage and you know the curtain fell or whatever, it was just like energy. Like the whole crowd just got up and got crazy, and all of that to say, yeah, Seven Dust.
Yeah, so
I'm 10. I got $10 in my pocket, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
As far as like influential like vocalists, singers, like LJ's like up there for me, man.
He's so good.
I mean, Chad's a fucking awesome front man. He's badass. But yeah, LJ.
I love Seven
all
Dust.
day. Yeah,
I love him, man. You know,
They're underdogs.
I think last time I saw Seven Dust was at the San Antonio River City Rock Fest. When Disturbed was there, it was Scorpions.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great show. Hatebreed was there. Some great fucking bands, but oh man, it was Seven Dust always fucking brings the heat.
Always.
And you know what? I think the last time I saw him was over here at the Pavilion when they had Mammoth.
Disturbed, right?
Yeah.
Was it Disturbed?
No, it was it might have been Alter Bridge, no? Or
yes, I think you're right. Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
That was a great show, great one right there. Big props to Mammoth, man. I love that kid, man. He kicks ass. Man,
oh yeah,
what a singer!
Yeah.
Great show
Catchy
right there.
Fuck, yeah.
Okay, this next one right here, we're gonna finish off with individual questions. All right, so this one's for you, Eddie, and I got one for each one of you guys too. So we're gonna start with Eddie right here. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be your man your best man in your wedding, if you had Randy Rhoads or Dimebag Darrell, who's going to be your best man to walk, to walk your bride down the aisle?
Again, Tony with the hard-hitting question.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking the hard
This is your guy.
Yes.
I mean,
two gods there.
It's Randy Rhoads, man. I love Dimebag. They're both in my top 5, but Randy's like, it's fucking Randy Rhoads, bro. You know, I don't know, Randy influenced Dime, so just by default, it's like it's Randy, bro. Randy Rhoads all day, every day.
Much love, hell yeah, Randy. We miss you. We love you, Randy.
Name
behind is just it's been so gold. It's just gold. It's all
name a Randy Rhoads solo, and I'll play that shit in my fucking sleep. I was obsessed with him when I was a little boy. I mean, literally obsessed. So, name a solo, I'll fucking play that shit note for note.
Oh, I love it. Hell yes. I can't wait to hear some more. Next time y'all want to do another Ozzy song, please allow me to join you up there, Juan, like we did last time. We did Crazy Train and The Trooper.
Yeah.
Time of my life to be over there, to be up there with you guys, man. You all sound so amazing and have so much fun. Being a part of that energy right there it's so exhilarating. It's what I live for. So let's move on. Andrew, what I got for you is going to be Geezer Butler versus Cliff Burton. Who's going to be your best man if you had a choice between these two bass gods?
Damn, that's hard, bro. I have to go with Geezer on that one.
Yes.
I think I'm more of a Sabbath fan than I'm more of a Metallica fan. But like they're like equal, you know. But Geezer, I feel like we have like the same kind of like style, you know.
Ooh, yeah.
You are kind of geezerish, bro.
No.
That's true.
You
are
are
kind of geezerish.
because you're having fun when you're doing it. Your kind of fingers are just doing the walking. It seems so natural
groovy,
for you.
Yeah. Drew's got a fucking bass solo in the song called Kings, you know. That's very much like Geezer shit, you know.
Yeah.
So
first take.
One take, Timmy.
I like that. Hell yeah. And I just I think it came up on my YouTube, so I started watching a little bit. It was the last performance that Ozzy did with them, and man, Geezer he's incredible. So fucking incredible. No wonder Ozzy ended up stealing him for a lot of his own solo stuff down the line, because he's the man. Just one of the men right there.
Definitely one of my big influences.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, fuck yeah. So this is what I got for you, Juan. Two greats right here. Who do you choose? Who's going to be your best man? Is it going to be Corey Taylor or is it going to be David Draymond?
Oh, shit.
Right?
David.
Yeah, which one's going to be your main man right there?
Man. I'm going to go Corey. Yeah.
Corey Taylor.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Corey.
Man, we're gonna have fucking drinks and party, and it'll be great.
Is it Stone Sour Corey or Slipknot Corey?
Oh, I love it. Fuck yeah. What a fucking party. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great one, man. I love that. What I had for Adon, just we'll throw it out there. Maybe we'll do a group. You guys chime in for me. So Adon, I had two badass drummers, two of my favorites. Andos Herrick from Chimera versus Raymond Herrera from Fear Factory. So, what do you think? You guys give me some feedback. You think it's if it's Andos from one of my favorite albums from any fucking band is Chimera's The Process of You're Killing Me. Goddamn. Too much ancestry. You're killing me. But Andros tore it up. They do Power Trip. They do Pure Hatred. Legendary stuff on the first two albums as well. And then you got Raymond Herrera, who was there for fucking the very beginning with Fear Factory, the Obsolete record, Demanufacture, the fucking classic. What do y'all think?
I'm gonna say Fear Factory because we play with Fear Factory.
Aha.
So
yeah. Andrew?
I think I'm more familiar with Chimera, so I'm gonna say Chimera.
Yeah.
And I think I heard Adon say he's a big fan.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. You know, we used to play that song Pure Hatred in Headbangers Pit, and that's got one of the best fucking intro parts, man. and he would nail it, dude. It just really starts setting the tone, gets the beat, and get everybody hyped up. I would love to hear him play that one. So what do you think, Juan? What do you think? Is it Andos from Chimera?
Yeah. I think I want to say Chimera too, man. I feel like I've heard him mention them more.
Yeah.
More than anything that Fear Factory. But
yeah, so Adon, your spirit is in the house, man. We got love for Raymond and we got love for fucking Andos, but I think Andos would have been your best man in your wedding right here. Yeah. And Andos is a fucking tight motherfucker, badass. Chimera is back, by the way, and Andos is back behind the drums, so killer shit coming out. But guys, that's what I had for us in Draw the Line. Thanks for playing with us tonight right here on tonight's game. Yeah. And I love getting the feedback with all the great music that we've been talking about, but especially thanks for sharing your time and the feedback on the new album, The Reveling. It's out. Finally, we got it out there, man. It's killer. And tomorrow night, everybody that's watching the show, please bring a friend, bring a few friends to the House of Rock tomorrow night. Starting out, we got Censored, we got Empire of Ashes. Hit up, look at the tickets are right there. Eddie's right there on Facebook. Hit him up. Eddie Salinas on Facebook. Get your tickets. Go by, pick him up from his house. All right? You ain't doing shit. It's like 9 o'clock. It's still early. Get out there for a cruise. Grab your copy of The Reveling tomorrow night. They're going to have the CDs out there. It's going to be tight. We're going to have merch. We got shirts.
Everything.
Man, we're going to have everything out there.
Hey, Tony.
Fantastic.
Tony, so before you let us go.
We got Censored, Empire of Ashes, Seattle Rising, Kerosene Shores, and yours truly, ZombieKing, is going to be closing things out tomorrow night at the House of Rock. The big album release for The Reveling is finally going to be hitting the stage. Big set tomorrow night from ZombieKing. Huge set. Make some time. Get out there. I want to see you out there. If you see me, say hi to me in the crowd. But if you see these guys too in the crowd, stop them. Take a picture with them, right? Or all these guys, Adon, Juan, Eddie, and Andrew, they're very approachable. They're your friends. If you don't know them already, they want to make your friends as well, man. They appreciate you getting out there and going to the show. And like I said, you got some merch. Take something home. Get a souvenir. Get a CD. And also, go to their YouTube. Subscribe. Check out the next video. It's going to be banging out. Right now, The Crowd That Kills, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Watch it tonight. But thank you to everybody that's jumping in. Robert, how you doing, Rob Cantu?
Hey, Tony, real quick,
yes,
before you let us go, I got a question for you. I got a question for the interviewer.
Shoot it at me, all right.
I got a couple things I want to say before we go, but real quick, I want to know what's your favorite song off of The Reveling? I already know your favorite solo. You said it's The Reveling solo, right?
Right.
Okay, what's your favorite song overall?
Oh, shit. That's a hard one, man. I'm going to go with The Crowd That Kills, dude. I'm going to go with The Crowd That Kills. Because I've already had a chance to sit on Paralyzed for a little while. You know what I mean? And I go to Paralyze real quick, but, because I've already been able to enjoy this one, definitely The Crowd That Kills, dude. I really like the chorus. It stays with me. And and Juan's vocals on there are very memorable. And it's got great parts. The arrangement on there is a banger. So that's my jam, Crowd That Kills.
Fuck yeah, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Real quick, man, before you let us go, I just want to say shout out to all our fans, family, supporters, all the bands that we got on the bill. We were originally supposed to just get 2 bands to start the show, right? We reached out to you. Unfortunately, you weren't able to do it. You're in the middle of getting a new drummer or something like that, I believe. So we would have loved to have had you on there. We'll get you on the next one for sure. Cool. But we were really supposed to have just 2 bands. But we noticed, I want to shout these bands out, man. Censored, Empire, and motherfucking Excess, bro. These bands, they're grinding hard as shit. We made the posts like, hey, man, we're looking for a couple of bands to open up, set the tone for the night. Those were the main 3 bands. Like, we got hit up by so many bands. We got hit up by way more than we expected, and it was like flattering. Like, fuck, dude, that's sick, right? I wish we could have had everybody. I wish we could have done like a festival or some shit, right? But those were the 3. Those were the 3 bands that just they had their peoples go and fucking spam the comments. They were fucking promoting the show before they were even on the show and shit. And it was like, dude, I was like, you know what? When we were coming up, man, not a lot of people fucking did shit for us, and we're not bitching about it or whatever. It's just how it goes, right? And we had to fight for every single show we've been on, every single bill, every single fucking sound check, all that shit. We've had to fight for this shit from the start, bro. So we're really big on like giving back to the younger bands that are coming up and trying to give them what little platform we have to just try to like, hey man, like we got some pretty cool people that fuck with us. We got some really cool people that come out to our shows and support us. So it's like we want to put the younger guys, the younger and women up there and expose them to a little bit of our crowd, man, because you know, if we had that coming up, we'd have a little bit of an easier time. But you know what? It's all about the struggle. It's all about the fucking process, right? But that means a lot to us. We're real big on, you know, who are the bands that are out there grinding? Who are the ones hustling? Who are the young killers? You know, who do we like? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out Censored. Shout out Empire of Ashes. Shout out fucking motherfucking Excess. That's a band that's been on my radar. I know you had good things to say about Censored. I'm really excited to check them out as well. Follow my fucking Snapchat because I'm doing ticket giveaways. Shout out my barber for this clean ass taper fade, by the way.
All
And,
right.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Edward Zombie on Snapchat. I'm doing giveaways, man. We're doing fucking giveaways. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lucky motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah.
You might get picked, bro. And if you don't get picked, it's just $10 at the door, man. What's $10? What are you gonna fucking buy a gram to smoke that day? It's all right, you know. Maybe don't buy the gram that day and get a ticket, and you'll be just as high. You'll get the very similar buzz. You know, get the gram after the show. You can get the G after the show.
I got you.
Yeah, just come see us backstage. Come talk to us backstage. It'll be. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say that. I also wanted to thank you, Tony, for being such a pillar in the community, bro. Man, I can't say enough. I can't say enough about you, bro. Like, I've told you the story about when I was 16 years old. I saw you fucking open up. I think it was Sounds of the Underground main stage. Yeah. Dude, I'll remember that shit till the day that I die. So doing this kind of stuff. The other day, when the last show, when we had you on stage playing with us, bro, it was so fucking surreal.
It was awesome, bro.
Dude, sometimes when I'm up there, it's like 16-year-old Edward comes out of me, you know? And I'm just like doing my fucking thing. And I look over and I see Tony motherfucking Gomez fucking from Killamora singing with, I'm like, what the fuck? Blew my mind, bro. So I just wanted to thank you for joining us. Shit, maybe we can do something tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe we can do a little something tomorrow night. I'll hit you up. Maybe we can figure a little something out. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say that. Thank you for everything that you do for the local community, for all the fucking local bands, bro. You provide this platform that, and without you, like, who would we be talking to? Who would the bands in the Corpus Christi area be talking to, promoting their shit? I mean, yeah, there's people, but they're not fucking Tony Gomez. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, bro. Thank you for that.
That means so much, man. That means so much. Thank you so much, Eddie, Drew, and Juan. I can't say enough. I can't put into words how much I appreciate that. I love what I do, man. Just like you do. You know what I mean? And 25 years from now, you might have your own show. You know what I mean? It's just what we do. It just comes naturally. So thank you so much. And I appreciate you giving me a chance to be able to build a friendship and relationship and be able to enjoy learning so much about you guys and your music and, you know, your roots and your background. That means a lot to me. And I just, you know, I appreciate all the bands that are out there rocking, man. They need a platform to be put out there so that way they can get some more awareness, man. So people can fucking be turned on to this great music we got coming out of Corpus. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for your kind words. And you guys got to make sure that you are checking out ZombieKing tomorrow night. Like you said, $10. Is it going to be 15 at the door or just 10 at the door still?
I don't know.
Day of the show. It might be 15 at the door.
I think it goes up to like 12.
That gives you more emphasis to get on right now before 12 o'clock. Go to www.texashouseofrock.com. Get those $10 tickets real quick. You got fucking 6 bands tomorrow night. $10. Yeah. Great fucking entertainment all night. Do yourself a favor. Take your girlfriend out. Take your friends out and go out there and have some cold ones. Enjoy your fucking best time of your life tomorrow night. House of Rock. Album release party for the Reveling. My brothers, ZombieKing. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Yeah. We'll have to do it again.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay, I will see you tomorrow night. And to everybody that joined us in the chat room, let's see. Deborah, thank you, Deborah. Salinas, thank you, Rob. Sierra Fallon, also Jesse. We had Christina. We had Robin Graves. Let's see. I don't want to leave anybody out, man, because I really appreciate everybody taking a moment to check us out on the show. And I want you guys to make sure you're checking out some more ZombieKing. So I think I got everybody covered. One more time, thanks a lot to everybody watching the show. Hope to see you again soon next week with my next artist. I'll post who that will be. But tomorrow night, I want to see you guys in the pit. Tomorrow, ZombieKing in the house with supporting by Kerosene Shores, Seattle Rising, Excess, Censored, and also Empire of Ashes. Get your tickets tonight and go to the Snapchat. Go to Eddie's Snapchat. Eddie Salinas on the Snapchat. You got 5 tickets. You got chances to win tonight. He's giving them away. Check it out. Thanks a lot for everybody showing up. Ed, Drew, Juan, I appreciate you, brothers.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having
I'll
us.
see y'all tomorrow night, all right?
Peace.
I'm
Yes,
going to want to
sir.
get a group picture, okay, with all of you guys, with the Don,
course.
too.
Of
For
course.
For sure.
Kick ass. All right, guys, have a
Yeah.
good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Later, guys.
Yeah.
See you at the next show.
Woo!
Tomorrow night.